Hello, welcome back. This is Ash Purple and let's get into it. This week is going to be a rather short video. Very similar to the one I made last week, but not really flowers, more kind of nature-based, I'd say. It still has tie-backs to the last video, which is a common thing with a lot of the art that I do. I wanted to stick to a dual color system this time just to see what kind of look it would have. I mean, I've done that kind of thing before, but it's different when you can instantly change the colors if you want to on apps. Like, I really wanted it to focus more on a nature-based thing still. It just wasn't flowers, it was more like roots or tree branches in a way in this one. I do a lot of reading, and I started this new series called Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it has like 6 books on it, and it used to be a internet story that was printed into actual physical copies of books, and I think that's going to do a lot of inspiration in my next artworks because there's just so many descriptive scenes in there or characters, and I think that it would be interesting to try and capture what I see in my own mind on screen. And I also think that it would kind of just give me a couple ideas mostly, but there wasn't really much inspiration on this one particular piece. I just wanted to see what I could do, and it was more of a abstract thought, just kind of letting my hand go where it wanted to instead of really putting in thoughtful positionings for things. Also, to add on to note, the 6th book of the series is not out yet. It'll be out in July, but that's besides the point. I just wanted to correct myself so I didn't have to do it in editing. The type of brush that I used this time kind of looked like chalk, so I had to go over the brush strokes a couple of times to get them to really be vibrant. And I like the way that it looked. It made it look like it was chalk on a chalkboard. It's not something I would typically use because I can't stand the feeling of chalk or hearing the sound of chalk on chalkboards. So this is a nice substitute because I can still get the look without having to touch the chalk or hear the sounds. And we can just avoid all of that mess, especially because I've never really been interested in chalk art. If you guys don't know already, I've obviously been obsessed with taking the art that I have and putting it on a certain 3D model. And if you don't know, you can go back and watch my videos before and see what I'm talking about. And if you do know, you're gonna see something pretty awesome when it comes up. I didn't have the intention of putting it on the thing. I just wanted to see what it looked like because I like to see all of my artwork on that because it looks the best, as I've already stated in my previous videos. But I still like to experiment with all this stuff. I also like that halfway through the art it kind of changed from branches to I would consider water droplets, or I'm not really not sure how to describe it, but I think it looks good and I kind of feel like it fits in with the theme. And you can see I also try to do cobwebs on the corners, but I just really did not think that looked good. So I ended up taking that out just because it didn't go with the vibe very well. And then I ended the edges so that it looked like it would match up when it was edge to edge, which I thought was another cool feature because without this app I wouldn't be able to do that kind of stuff. I didn't think it ended up being bright enough, so I put several layers of the same thing behind it, and then I put one of the layers with a Gaussian blur, which kind of blurs all the things and it gives it an extra pop of color, and I thought it would make it come to life a little bit more and make it look a little bit more neon than it actually was. Because I really did like the original, but I just thought it was too dull because I really like bold colors. So in the end, I think it looks really good. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Thank you. Hit that like button. Thank you all and have a good night.